Well, guys, Travels with Dottie here, and I have not done a bike video in a little while, so I decided to do one this morning. And I'm using two cameras, and I'm going to try to figure out a way to sort of mix the footage together in a way that might be interesting. And I don't know whether I'll succeed or fail at this. But right now, it's a little cold. Heck, it's 9:40 in the morning and it's still pretty cold. I got a medium duty jacket on and it's still a little cold on my face. The helmet helps. And we're gonna see how we do and what's been going on with my life here in Quartzsite. I just released today a video that I was really excited about. Is I did a video with Wandering Gypsy, YouTube channel I've been watching for a long time, and I was really happy to be able to do that with her, and I hope you caught that. And let's see what else. I'm continuing, I'm continuing to work on my solar system. You've probably seen that I got a bunch of new equipment, and Denny from DDK Travels came over and installed the new Victron equipment. I got brand new solar panels from Santan Solar in Phoenix, commercial panels. And it's been working really well, except I found that some older batteries that I have are not working so well, so I've had to replace them. So those new batteries are going to be delivered today. It was a bit of an investment, but I will now have three 300 amp hour batteries for a total of 900 amp hours of power. That's a lot of storage, and you might be asking yourself, well, why are you doing all this? You're at an RV park, you're home based, you have electric. What are you doing? Well, I do love to boondock, and the whole summer I'm going to be in Eagle Nest. And I'm not going to have electricity, so I want to be really prepared for that. So I'm going to have my solar system as optimized as I can get it, and for the whole summer. So I'm going to be bringing my 5,000 watt Predator propane generator with me. It's not with me here, but I'm going to bring it with me to Eagle Nest. So occasionally there's a hot day and I want to maybe run the air conditioner for most of the day. This power bank will do that, but it'll drain it down to like nothing, and it'll take forever to get it back up. So it's better to have a generator for those really heavy, sustained, long, heavy loads. So I'm bringing the generator with me. A couple other things that I'm doing. I've purchased a 12-volt Rec Pro refrigerator that'll be delivered in sometime the next week or so. And I have the RV tech that has been out here helping me, and he's going to come out and help me take out the old one and put in the new one and do the wiring for the new one. The DC powered. Right now, when I'm boondocking, I'm using the propane feature on the refrigerator, because when you plug it into electric, it's 120 and it takes like almost 500 watts of power pretty consistently, and that's just not good. It's not good for boondocking. The DC will be much better, less than 100 watts, and not less sustained and less wattage. So I'm looking forward to that. The other change I've made is that I've had Starlink since really the beginning, for a pretty long time. And so I've had Starlink for a pretty long time, and I've switched it out for the Starlink Mini, which takes so much less power. It may not be as fast, like download speeds, but that's okay. I don't need it to be that fast. So let me just say here, in Quartzsite, if you would like my old Starlink setup, I will give it to you. You know, first taker that says I want it. I've taken it off my account, so you can take it and set up a Starlink account and activate it. I've got the original articulating with the motor on it dish with the original router, and I've got like at least three runs of wiring. So I've got a super long one and two shorter ones. So you've got, you know, if something happens to your wiring, you'll have backup. I'll give that all away. I'm not going to sell this stuff. But if you get it for residential, it's $120 a month. And if you get it for roam like I do, it's $165 a month. And I think there's some other less expensive options for monthly fees, but it's a lot less. The data's capped. The 165 is unlimited, or if you're residential and staying in one place, 120 is unlimited. So if you want that equipment, send me an email and put in the subject Starlink equipment, and send it to robwakely@gmail.com. That's ROBWAKELEY at gmail.com. Back to the e-bike, people have been asking, so I see you ride on the sidewalk and you ride on the street. How do you decide whether you're going to be on the sidewalk or the street? I see you do both. Well, good question. The sidewalk is clearly safer than riding on the bike path on the street. And as time goes on here, it becomes more crowded to be safer. But here's the thing. While it's legal to ride your e-bike or any kind of bike on the sidewalk, the etiquette is to defer to any pedestrian. So, that said, like right now I'm going down the street here, and there's nobody in front of me, but way off in the distance, I see a pedestrian walking this way. He's about 1/8 to 1/4 of a mile away. So what I will do is, before I get to him, I will transition to the street, so it's not disturbing for me to be going by him on a bicycle. And then I might hop back on the sidewalk. So that's, a couple of people have asked about that. That's what I do. And in this case, like up here, I wouldn't do it here because there's like a 4-inch drop off here from the sidewalk to the road. But then you get a better transition up, I think up here, where I can more easily, like up at this, there's a little driveway up here, I think, because I'm getting close to him, you can see. And up here, I'm gonna go to with this driveway, I'm gonna go to the bike path. And I check my side view mirror to check my rear to make sure there's not some big truck bearing down on me. So, off the sidewalk. And then back on the sidewalk when it's all clear. I don't know exactly how I'm going to use all this footage. One of the cameras is a 360-degree camera, so you'll see shots of me, my face, while I'm pedaling, and then you'll see shots coming from my chest, and you'll see the pole that the 360 camera is on. So here's another instance. There are people getting on the sidewalk up here, so I'm gonna go to the street, let them walk on the sidewalk undisturbed. You see, if I had stayed on the sidewalk, think how disturbing that would be to them. So I'm gonna wait till I pass a good amount to get back on the sidewalk, because I don't want to startle or alarm people walking on the sidewalk. Do I have a mission on the bike today? Nope. Just riding through Quartzsite, letting you see what's going on. It's after Christmas, so people between now, especially after New Year's, the people are going to start pouring into this little town like you won't believe. Oh, here we go. Up here on the right is Bob Wells, his old, from Cheap RV Living. This is his old ambulance that he camped in, and it's like there's some kind of raffle or something to support HAWA, his nonprofit, where you can maybe win that thing in the raffle. So I think since I'm still a little cold, my hands are cold, I think I'm gonna maybe go down to the Starbucks and get a hot cocoa or something. Now, what do you do if you're on the sidewalk and you got that big drop off and somebody just gets on it in front of you? Well, you know what I'd do? I'd stop, I'd get off, and I would walk the bike over the curb to the street and continue. It's pretty simple. Oh, that's the other thing I want to talk about. People were asking questions about e-bikes. Not everyone is familiar with them. This is a pedal assist electric bicycle. Like right now I am pedaling, but I'm on a setting called pedal assist 1. There are 5 levels. And level 1, it just gives me a little extra help with the motor while I'm pedaling. So I still get exercise pedaling, or I could just use the throttle, but I use the pedal. I like using the pedal when I'm thinking about it because it gives me a little exercise and it's not strenuous at all. And the higher the setting, the faster it's going to go on the pedal assist. And I'm not interested in going fast, but I am interested is this a transition up here? Because I see someone walking towards me. Yeah, it's a transition up here. Like if I have to go up a hill, the higher settings give you more power and you can pedal up the hill. You can turn no pedal assist and have no power at all and just pedal it like a regular bicycle. So it's really the best of both worlds. So there was a little controversy on the comments that came up over the e-bikes. People feeling like you shouldn't use them or something. I don't know. There's always going to be people that are critical of some aspect of anything that you do. It's just the way things are. So you can see I've pedaled pretty much all the way to the end of West Main Street here. Up here, I could pedal to Los Angeles now and make a left here and get on Interstate 10 and go west and pedal for a couple days. And we have arrived at the Starbucks. I think it's gonna be nice because it's gonna be warm in there. So that looks like an unmarked police car, but I'm not positive. It sure looked that way. If I remember correctly, there's a kind of a bike rack up here. There is, right up here. You can walk to this. All right. Oof. My hands and my butt and my head are kind of cold. A little hungry too. I'm gonna get me some maybe a breakfast sandwich or something, see what we have in here. Alright, we're gonna turn the 361 off. Oh, we'll bring the helmet in with us so it doesn't get stolen. There we go. We won't record the employees. Ooh. Could I get a egg pesto and mozzarella sandwich?
I am out of egg pesto mozzarella head.
What do you have?
I have the bacon gouda, I have the sausage, egg, and cheese, I have the reduced turkey bacon, and I have the double smoked bacon.
The sausage, egg, and cheese.
Okay, anything else for you?
How about like a small water?
Okay. Alrighty, can I get a name for the order?
Rob.
Okay, it's gonna be $5.21. Go ahead and it's gonna ask about a tip. Go ahead and use the arrow button to navigate, then tap swipe for insert, okay? You're welcome, folks. You guys have a wonderful day.
With that pesto and mozzarella sounded really good, but you can't always have everything you want. You got a nice little corner you can sit at here. Oh, hang on, I gotta get my water. Got my water. And by the way, they gave me just a cup of water, so they didn't charge me for it. So the sandwich is about $5, $5.50, $5 and change. So I'll let you know how it is. I bet it's pretty good. But I wish they had the pesto Gouda one. That sounded really Gouda. All right, I'll be back in a minute. So this is what the sandwich looks like, and I'll let you know about the taste. It's actually pretty good. They're pre-made and they microwave them. It takes about 2 minutes. And a little tip for you, if you come in and order one and you wait 5 minutes and it's not there, go up and ask. Because when they're busy, they easily can lose your order, and it takes them just a minute to correct that. And I know it looks funny up there, but it gets 360-degree views. It's a pretty cool thing. So we're gonna kind of take the long way back, which will involve a little exploring, right? I'm trying to weave my way back here to, I think it's Kofa is the street I'm gonna be looking for. And I don't know how successful I'm going to be winding my way behind all these buildings, but we're going to give it a try. Is there a way to do it? I don't know. I'm going to zip up my coat. Friggin' cold. It's still pretty cold. And it's later in the morning, right? It's 10:42. Don't want to zip the coat in front of my other camera. Well, let's go down to the end here, see what's down here. Never been down here. So we're already into the exploring. All the way back here. Firewood. Henry's Antiques and Cast Iron Imports. But it's all fenced there. So there's going to be, I want to go to the right. And jaunt down the sidewalk here. Very small jaunt. Cut through this parking lot, right? right. We're gonna go behind all these stores here. And I think when I get through, it's gonna be Kofa Avenue. And they have a fence up, so you can't do this. And I really don't want to go through that little RV park. It doesn't look like they would be appreciative of me going through their park and filming that on top, so we're not going to do that. But that RV park back there is an example of when I say to people, there are over 50 RV parks in Quartzsite, they don't believe it, and say, well, believe it, because there are a lot of little ones like that one, a lot of them, that you'll never see unless you go on the back roads. Now the only thing about the 2-camera thing that I'm doing here is the 360 camera takes quite a bit of editing. Now I know this goes through because this is where Outback Pizza is. This is Outback Pizza on the right, the other pizza place in town. Is this Kofa here? I don't think so. I think I need to go down a little bit further. This is not as easy as I thought, but we're gonna get there. Kofa's a big street, so just carefully go down the sidewalk here. See if the sign up here says Kofa. It doesn't. Oh, it does say Kofa. It absolutely says Kofa. So this is the street I was looking for. High Jolly's Outpost. What is that? I don't know what that is. Yacht Club store membership and merchandise. That's great. I didn't even know that was there. All right, we're going down Kofa. We're going to go all the way to the end of the street. And we're pedaling, getting our exercise. There's the High Jolly Cemetery on the left. Storage units on the left. Never been down this road. Kind of an abandoned place there on the right. Something's coming up here. Don't know what it is, but we'll find out. Southern Baptist Church. So I'm gonna just stop here for a minute. Because I'm gonna find a way to zip this up a little bit more because it is, with the wind, it's cold. Okay. All right, I'm good. Let's go. See a 10-foot Grinch on the right there. See if you can, well, with the 360 I'll be able to turn it and show you. Ooh, there, Mr. Grinch. We're getting pretty close to our turn. It's kind of the long way back to our RV park, but we're seeing parts of town we've never been in before. Absolutely never been back here. The back roads of Quartzsite, Arizona. I just started watching this. Danny with DDK Travels just sent me a link to a YouTube documentary on Quartzsite. And I started watching it and I read about it. It's pretty remarkable about kind of the history of Quartzsite. In particular, the sort of corruption and stuff that happened here with the mayor and the police chief. And this is legit. Oh, bike path. We're on a bike path. Okay. So I think we're going to be able, I think we're going to be able to take this on the bike path the whole way back now. Anyway, there was a mayor that got charged with the murder of his predecessor, and I think he got acquitted. I'm pretty sure there wasn't enough evidence or something, but even just the charge, holy mackerel. So I just started watching it and I haven't watched the whole thing. It's over an hour long, I think. A lot of little roads going out into the desert here. I don't know what land this is, whether it's BLM land or state trust land or private land. I don't know. I don't see much of anybody camping out there, I can tell you that. It'd be a neat place to camp though, if you could. I see somebody camping up here, but that could be a private lot or something. We'll find out when we get up there. But we're looking for Kofa to make a hard right-hand turn. And I think that's right up here. I think it's up here. Maybe it's even further. We'll see. Yeah, it's not right here. It's even further down. I forget the name of the street we're looking for, but when I see it, I'll recognize it. And this is not it. This is not it. Hi, little puppy dog. Hi, puppy. Hello. Look at him go. Good puppy dog. Good boy. It's a good boy. That was great. I hope I got a good shot of him. He wasn't even barking much. He wanted to play. look like nice little neighborhoods back here. I know there are lots of little lots you can buy that are, you can live in your RV there. They have, you know, electrical and sewer hookups and everything. It's quite popular here in Quartzsite. And here is the end of Kofa and the turn. And you come down here and it looks like there is somebody boondocking out here in the desert on the right here. And sometimes you look at a thing like that, you look real closely and you realize that's not somebody boondocking, that's an abandoned rig, but that's not the case here. But there are more abandoned RVs out in the desert than you would imagine. Yeah, I see a bunch of RVs out there in the desert. Those are definitely boondockers. Oh, it looks like the bike path is ending here. Huh. Right on the corner. That's not good. Not right on the corner. But when we get over a ways down here, another bike path will pick up. I know that. There's a guy in a dirt bike. Yeah, there's definitely people boondocking here, but I still don't know what kind of land. Oh, state land. Yep, it's state trust land. I just saw a sign. So there's, you know, not just BLM land, but there's also Arizona state land. And I'm not quite sure exactly what the exact rules are for camping on state land. So if you know for sure, put it in the comments. Educate us. Look at this place over here. It looks like a mansion. What? Look at that. It looks like a mansion. Wow. That's wild. And they have dogs. It looks like a bunch of Doberman Pinschers. I got a bark from one of them. Like one of the little RV parks I was talking about. There's one here on the left. And there may even be two separate ones. Who knows? There's more on the right. This one's called Desert Dog Rancho. And what is this one? Something. Hens and Date Pond RV Park. If you're wondering where all these 53 RV parks are, they're on back roads like this. I see a truck coming behind me. I hope they don't run me over. Oh, it's a side-by-side. It's not even a truck. It's a side-by-side. Guess what? Up here, we're going to cross 95. 95 up here, the fire station, and we cross 95, and I keep going on this road, and we'll go right up by the town park and the library, or of course in the RV park a couple blocks behind the library. Notice we avoided town. Long way around. But I thought you might enjoy just the scenery. Definitely do have to come to a full and complete stop up here, both legally and safety-wise, right? Because this is a very busy, very, very busy road. And, you know, these cars are going 55, 60 miles an hour through here, so you want to make sure, I think, we have plenty of room, and we do here. We're good. And up here a little ways, I think we're going to find a bike path. Quartzsite Fire Department, and here's another landmark that was important to me. Before I established my new home base in New Mexico, I signed up here at the La Paz Medical Services with a primary care physician, and this is where I used to go to see him. Right here. And right next to it is an imaging center, very convenient, great service. We took Medicare, of course. And here we're going to be bike pathing pretty much the whole way back. I got a message. Did you hear that ding? I bet you did. Let me see. Who's reaching out to Travels with Dottie here? Oh, I gotta unzip everything to get to the phone. Is it still cold? Yes, it is. It's still chilly. My dad said the weather, we'd always say the weather forecast is chilly today, hot tamale. That's so funny. That video, that documentary is called Big Trouble in Little Quartzsite Director's Cut. Search for that on YouTube and you'll find it. Because the message was from my buddy Cheryl, who's not here this year, sadly. She's in Tennessee. She sent me you might be interested in this documentary. That's funny. I wonder if it just recently came out. But she's right. You're right, Cheryl. I am interested. I started watching it, and now I didn't zip back up. Hello, Rob. Are you in? There. Okay. And we're off again. Little update on my implant procedure, which was now a week and a day in the past, and yes, I'm still sore. I didn't expect this. I've had root canals, right? It's the most invasive thing I've had dentally, and it was painful for a day or two at the most. This has been going on for a week. It's not getting worse. It's getting better. Don't worry. I'm not getting infected or anything. They had me on pretty heavy antibiotics preventatively, et cetera, et cetera. And as it turns out, as I'm looking into the details of this recovery, I'm on track. I just didn't educate myself thoroughly enough to know what to expect. I had 2 implants side by side in the upper jaw, and apparently that's like the thing that would, the circumstance that would take a lot of time to recover from. Now we're back on Plymouth Avenue, and this will go almost all the way home. I see people out boondocking there on the left. And again, don't know what kind of land this is. I wonder if it's more state land. I'll keep an eye peeled for signs. I think there's an app that I have that I haven't looked at in a while that I can pull up that'll tell me exactly what land this is. So I'm wondering out loud, and people with more expertise than I can help me in the comments, if you are going to follow the BLM rules where you have to be out 28 miles away for 2 weeks, can you leave BLM land and go to state land right here in Quartzsite, and then be out for 2 weeks and then bounce back and forth? Can you do that? Is that legal? This is to the right is the remote control flying field. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I can hear one now. Remote control planes, that's where people go and flying. I'm sure they're clubs. Here comes another bike. Hi. You hear the barking? That's the Quartzsite dog park. It's huge, and they have separate areas for big dogs and little dogs. I think there's small dogs, medium dogs, big dogs. There's a lot of barking going on. And of course, that's part of the Quartzsite Town Park. It's all on the right there. And we're going to be coming up pretty soon on the library where we're going to make our turn towards the RV park. I see the flagpole up ahead on top of beside the library. Like tennis courts. Actually, that flagpole was not the library. False alarm. Next, across the street from the library. I believe it's a municipal court. I think that's what that is. I refuse to crash trying to figure that out. I don't see any signs. I thought that was, but there's no sign on it. But over here to the right is the library. And you'll know it's open because there'll be cars in the parking lot. If you go drive up there, no cars, that means they're closed. Pretty popular place for nomads. You can use the computers for free. You can print things off. I think there's a nickel or 10 cent a page charge if you want to print things off. There's also free Wi-Fi that's pretty robust. And of course, books. There's the Quartzsite police driving by us. And then we're the RV park in the back. He's not giving the back there. Just up one or two rows here. We'll be home. All right. Definitely we need to recharge this bike. That's for sure. That is for certain. It's down here. And then further in here, we have to remember to take it out because it's going to rain in the next couple of days. Is it? Yep. They're in power. Alright, so we need to lock her up. Lock her up just to remove any potential temptation. Someone that may want a free e-bike, right? A determined professional thief will get through this lock in about 10 seconds or less. All right. So, see if I can do my closing just on this. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the long bike trick, the long bike